This is part 1 video of server-side scripting PHP. In this video, we will learn Introduction to PHP, features of PHP, first sample code, and how to execute a PHP program. We have already learned JavaScript in Chapter 3, which is a client-side scripting that runs on client machine. Here, we are going to learn PHP, which stands for Hypertext Preprocessor, which is a server-side scripting that runs on web server. PHP was created by Rasmus Lerdorf in 1994. The earlier name given for PHP was Personal Homepage. You know the basic knowledge of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which we have already learned in our previous chapters, and this is going to be easy for you. So why do we need to learn PHP? PHP is one of the many server-side languages to build websites. 80% of the top websites are powered by PHP. Some of them you're using every day, including Facebook, which is a social media web application where billions of active users are there. Wikipedia, which is the most visited public information site. Tumblr, which is a microblogging and social networking website. So PHP is actually easier to learn compared to other scripting language. It's popular, it's free, it's open source, it's cost effective, it's faster to code, easy to edit, easy to maintain, it's secure. They have a large community to support. Regular PHP updates are there. Hence, PHP is the best choice for web creation. What is PHP? PHP is a general purpose scripting language. General purpose means suitable to be made for two or more basic purposes. So PHP is used to develop dynamic interactive web pages. Dynamic website means a search engine is a dynamic website. And it's also used to create web applications. It is used in web development. So PHP is used to create web applications. It focuses on server-side scripting. So PHP is used to collect form data. It is often used to provide a customized interface for the user, and it hides the source code from the user. It is embedded in HTML. Now scripts are usually embedded in other software environment. So here, since PHP is a scripting language, it is embedded in HTML. It runs on various platforms. So it can run on Linux, Unix, Windows, Mac OS. So PHP application developed in one operating system can be easily executed in other operating system. It is compatible with all servers. So PHP is compatible with all servers used today like Apache, Microsoft IIS, XAMPP. It supports wide range of databases. We need database to store and access information. So these include MySQL, Sybase, Oracle, and the inbuilt one is MySQL. PHP is free. So you can download from the official website php.net and use it for free. It is easy to learn because it has got an easily understandable syntax. Students will see how users interact with the web server and how the web server and PHP talk to one another. We have a user with a mobile device and he enters a URL in his browser and he is requesting for a web page. It can be any page. So he requests over the internet to the web server. Let the web server be Apache. Now the Apache server gets a request and analyzes the request information. If it is a PHP file, then the server knows to send the file that ends with the .php file extension to the PHP interpreter. So it asks the PHP to execute the file. So when PHP is executing, it may interact with the database. So database is where we store and access data. Now after finishing executing the file, it sends the output back to the Apache server. Apache server receives the output from the PHP and sends it back to the internet to the user's web browser. So the user's web browser receives the response from the server and provides the web page on a computer or device. So here we have a web browser which asks for a request, and from the server it got the response on his browser. We have the scripting language, which is PHP. So we need an interpreter for that. Why do we need an interpreter? Because the interpreter is a program that can analyze and execute a program line by line at the runtime. And this PHP interpreter is installed only at the server. So there are other server-side programming languages like Java, JSP, Python. Features of PHP. Simple. PHP is very simple and easy to use compared to other scripting languages. Since it is very easy to use, it's widely used all over the world. Interpreted. It is an interpreted language, that is, there is no need for compilation. Compilation means convert from one programming language to a lower level programming language which can be understood by the machine. But here, since it is interpreted, the file is processed line by line at the runtime. Faster. It is faster than other scripting languages, example ASP and JSP. Open source means you don't have to pay to use PHP. You can download it for free and use. Platform independent. PHP code can run on various platforms like Linux, Unix, Mac OS and Windows. Case sensitive. PHP is case sensitive scripting language at the time of variable declaration. In PHP, all keywords, functions, user-defined functions are not case sensitive. So when we learned JavaScript, we have learned what is variable declarations, keywords, functions, user-defined functions. So I hope you understood what is the meaning of case sensitive here. Error reporting. PHP have some predefined error reporting constants to generate a warning or error notice. A PHP application may produce different levels of errors during its execution. Being able to see these errors is essential for the developer trying to solve an issue with a misbehaving applications. Real-time access monitoring. PHP provides access login by creating the summary of recent access for the user. Loosely typed language. PHP supports variable usage without declaring its data type. It will be taken at the time of execution based on the type of data it has on its value. Here we will see the sample code of PHP. So this is a PHP program. So the PHP file, the name of this file is hello.php. So here the extension of this file is .php. A PHP file will contain PHP scripting code and HTML tags. You are aware of these HTML tags: doc type HTML, HTML, closing of HTML, body, closing of body, and we have an H1, my first web page, and H1 is closed. Then we have this PHP scripting code. So how do we write a PHP code? We have to enclose this text inside angle bracket question mark PHP and question mark angle bracket. This is how we write. So it should be enclosed between this. So the statement written here is echo hello all. So what is the meaning of echo? That if you want to display a text on web page, we have to write the statement called echo, and in double quotes I've mentioned the statement that is hello all. So here we'll see the output. My first web page, which is the H1, it is displayed. Then we have hello all. So this is a sample PHP file with this coding. Students, we have already created a file called hello.php in which we displayed hello all. Now, if you want to run a PHP file that is the same hello.php in the browser on your computer, you will need to set up a PHP development stack. So here we can choose any one of these. The first one is XAMPP. XAMPP stands for your cross-platform Apache, MariaDB, PHP, Perl. Now, the use of XAMPP is to test your website before uploading it to the remote web server. So this open source make it easy for the developer to create a local web server for testing purposes. Cross-platform means that it works equally well for Linux, Mac and Windows. In the case of LAMP, this server is used for Linux. WAMP, it is used for Windows. Now XAMPP contains all you need to build a web page locally. So to download XAMPP, you have to go to this site. It is already mentioned in your textbook. Select your XAMPP version for Windows and go step by step to install it. Students, if you don't want to download it, you can just know how to execute the program. I'll be showing that. How to execute a PHP program. To execute the program, you have to go to XAMPP control panel. For that, you have to go to Start, XAMPP control panel. Click on that. Here we have to click on this Start in Apache. You can see here Start in this control panel. Click on that. After clicking on Start, you can see it has turned into Stop here. Now we have to write the coding. PHP file has to be created. For that, you go to My Computer. From there, you have to go to C drive, XAMPP folder, htdocs. This htdocs, this folder, this is the root directory. So all the files which you're going to create, you'll be creating in this. So for my convenience, what I'm doing is I have created an IT folder inside htdocs, so you can directly write your program file. Inside this, you just have to open a notepad here and you have to start writing the code. So now what you have to do, you have to open Notepad and write the code and save the file with hello.php. So you can see the path here. It's in C drive, XAMPP folder, htdocs, and one more folder I've created inside htdocs, that is IT folder. So here I will open a Notepad and write the code. Here we see the notepad is open and I've written the coding which I've already explained in the PHP file, and the name which I'm going to save is hello.php, and the folder you can see here, it is in C drive, XAMPP folder, htdocs folder and IT folder. I'm going to save this file. After writing the code, save it in hello.php and click on save. Here you can see in IT folder, a hello file is created. See, the type of the file is PHP file. That is, the extension given is .php. After closing the notepad, what you have to do is open your browser and type localhost. And this is the output you're going to get here. Okay. So if you have downloaded and if you have installed XAMPP properly, this is the output page you will get. Now what I have to do is, in this, you will write here, it is mentioned here http:// and localhost/dashboard. Instead of that, localhost/ what is the name of the PHP file? If your PHP file is inside htdocs, you directly have to write localhost/hello.php. Since my PHP file is inside IT, I have to put /IT/hello.php. This is all you have to type in this address. After typing that in the URL, you will get the output. The output page, you can see here localhost/IT/hello.php. This is a PHP file. What was the content inside the PHP file? There was an H1 saying my first web page and hello all, which was written with the statement echo. So this is the output you will get. You can turn off after that. Once it is over, you can see the icon which is there in the status bar. Click on it. You can click on stop here. This.